Let's say you paid 30,000. A quarter of those 30,000, that's the most you should be paying for rent. A quarter of your income, your monthly income. If it exceeds that quarter, then you're in a bad situation. Let's say you're earning 30 and you're paying 20 for rent. No. You just need to rethink. So at least try to save 10% of your monthly income, or generally what you make your income. The 90%, if it's good by the way, if you can save more than 10%, but the least you have to save is 10%. If you can save more than that 10%, well, that's good. I'm not new to this channel, by the way. I was watching this channel a long time. I was a follower before even I came here. So this is just, I could say, a wonderful thing. A YouTuber that you watch and then you come to appear in his YouTube. My name is Mursal Ahmed. I'm a financial expert. I've been doing finance related stuff. So it's a pleasure to be here. One needs to have financial goals. Only an insane person goes without financial goals. This one, they say going for a journey without the direction is just so bad. This is just similar. So one needs to have the financial goals, are realistic, as you say, the financial goals. This one will help you to budget yourself all throughout the year. You could save all the money in between, and you also have some, let's say, part of the money you enjoy or you do all your stuff. It's just about budgeting. By the way, goals will just help you to live your life well financially. If you have a budget, it's just like having goals. So these goals, you just set it yourself. It's personal goals. Everybody knows the money he earns, the assets. So you have to just turn them into liquid, and then you know the amount of money that will come to you monthly, so you budget. If you are in business, you just depend on the income that comes, the profit, and then you budget yourself. Yeah, so you need to have your goals set for 2025. It's good, by the way, and it will help you budget and invest and also save. Number one, this is just simple, by the way. Be true to yourself. You know yourself. You know how much money you make in a month, how much you can bring in a month. You know it. So by knowing all these factors, you will decide the amount of money you will be saving. The rest it's just the expenses. So at least try to save 10% of your monthly income, or generally what you make your income. The 90%, if it's good by the way, if you can save more than 10%, but the least you have to save is 10%. If you can save more than that 10%, well, that's good. But at least try to save those 10%. The other 90%, you try to rebudget yourself. It should be included the monthly and the rent, the food, all the other income, the leisure money you go out with. So try to all of them fixed in that 90%, and then the 10% you don't touch it. That's just saving. That's number one. Number two, you don't play around with the saving. Once you decide that you will come to save those 10%, make sure it's just saved and not touched, unless influenced by other factors from outside that will make you bring out that 10%. But try to discipline yourself and try to save those 10%. It could be more. Generally, the experts, they say, they're interested in the saving. So they say at least 10% saving. The rest of the 90, you budget yourself, because you who knows yourself, This person could be living in a rent of 10K. Another person could be living in a house of 50,000. So they are not the same. Just save that 10% of that you bring in, what you earn. Those 10% you save it. Then the rest 90% you can rebudget yourself. If you're a person who loves, let's say, going out, you will need this percent to go out with. If you're a person who just doesn't go out, but only you depend on rent and income, the rent, let's say, the food and the health, yourself. So just use 90% of what you earn in other expenses, but 10 is the budget. Save it for saving. I will advise people, please avoid debt as much as you can. It is bad. Debt is just bad. Sometimes you have the money, but you don't even pay it. It's just, I don't know, it's magic or what. Somebody will come ask for you the money, but you still have it and you don't pay it. So this thing, it's just bad economically and also financially on yourself. So try to avoid debt. But if you owe somebody some debt already right now, try to pay it slowly, or you re-agree with the person you will be paying monthly. Don't save while you are already in a debt. There's no money you will allocate in saving, but already you owe somebody some money. So avoid debt as much as you can, but if already you owe somebody some money, try to pay it as quickly as you can. If you are, let's say, in safe, the money you have been paying, let's say, is like you are already talked to a person, like you'll be paying a certain percent of debt in monthly. So it's, and you're still paying it, that's agreeable because you keep paying and as much as you continue saving. But if you are in a debt of, let's say, huge amount, try to stop saving, try to pay, clear those debt, and then you will continue saving. Avoid, you are borrowing as you pay. Borrowing as you pay, that's bad. Just pay it and never borrow it again. Yeah. You can do that, by the way. You can keep borrowing and you pay, but just know that you are in a financial instability. Anything could happen. You are near jail, by the way. You could be jailed as much as you can. Borrowing somebody, sometimes what about if you borrow and then you don't pay? So it's unnecessary and you can avoid it, by the way. So just don't try to borrow. Just pay it and clear it for once. So as you earn, some earn their daily wages weekly, some earn daily. So you just need to total it and then it will amount to like a certain amount of money during a month. So it could be the same. If you are earning, let's say, 1,000 in a day, you just need to keep that 1,000 and then it will amount to 30,000 salary. You can just, it's just same. So you just need, the person who is getting paid daily, just keep, so save that money in for like a month and then it will be amount like a pay for a month.
Where is the best place to save money?
Bank. Well, sure, bank, yeah. If you try to have cash and then your girlfriend maybe gives a call and then you'll run out of money. But try to keep some of your money in the M-Pesa so that one you will be using it in your day-to-day life. But those in the bank, and then in the bank there should be also, you should open yourself in a saving account inside your bank. So maybe you can access money there three times in a month, something like that, so that you won't be, every time you want to be withdrawing it. So I try to advise people to save their money in the bank. Anything could be happened, it could be stolen. It's just exposed to many factors. A house could get fire, could caught a fire and then it will burn down. Somebody could steal it, there's maid or people, you don't trust anybody, but bank, it's assured that your money is in a safe place. Yeah. I think the best way to, if you're in that kind of a situation, is just renegotiating your bills. If you are just saving 10% and then the 90 you keep paying it out, and then every month you don't have anything. Even you don't even save, by the way. If you're in that kind of situation, try to move, like if you're paying a rent of 50,000, try to move in a house of 30,000. Just as long as you could create some money, you could be paying those debt or the other expenses. So try to tie your neck well so that you at least be out of this situation, the distress situation. If the money you get paid, let's say you paid 30,000, a quarter of those 30,000, that's the most you should be paying for rent. A quarter of your income, your monthly income. If it exceeds that quarter, then you are in a bad situation. Let's say you are earning 30 and you're paying 20 for rent. No. You just need to rethink and maybe move to another house that you can live, or maybe ask the person who is employing you for more income.
So if you help us do the calculation,
if you are earning 30,000, yes, a quarter of 30,000 is how much? Is like 6,000. No, it's 7,500, around there. If you're earning 30,000, you should be paying around 7,500 for rent. That's the most. If you are like 15,000 or 10 to 15, you are still in a bad situation financially. Yeah. Okay, I will advise the members who are going to watch this guy and Bukhari's YouTube. By the way, to keep following, to keep watching first. This is one of the honorable journalists we have in the society. One of the known Somali journalists, by the way. I'm proud of him and what he's doing for the community. You don't find genuine journalists that are their sole interest is just to help the society, inform them well. Some are just influenced by politicians or those things. So I am proud of Bukhari. I also want to advise the youth. Please try to live your life truly. Just be true to yourself. Try to save as much as you can. We are planning for future. We are people who are about to marry or marrying it. We are young. And we also have parents and a relative who have been paying school fees for us and supporting us. So we try to also support them financially. So just be, let's say, let's pray also. You need to have Allah in your daily life. You need it. And then lastly, if you will allow me, I want to thank my mom for generally supporting me, for always there for me, for always giving me the support I needed. I will for sure one day pay it back.
I doubt whether you will be able to pay.
I know I cannot pay because parents, you don't pay it, but just not even a quarter. I will try my best, inshallah.
Thank you, Mursal. That's
Okay.
the end of our conversation.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Welcome.